Welcome to Guardian Squad. I'm sorry that I haven't been around for about 2 months. It's been back-to-back exams, family problems, and stuff like that, to the point where I couldn't do the Theros Beyond Death stream that I was planning to do. But today, I wanted to take y'all through a deck that, even though the World Championships have ended yesterday, for me, is really powerful against most of the decks out there, except for the Azorius Control one, and I'll explain why in a little bit. Just remember to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to post anything from the last 2 months. It's just been very crazy taking like a dramatic state exam and stuff like that I've had to study for, and getting routinely back into my college classes. So let's go. So, there it is. You would remember this deck from before Theros rotated, and I made a few modifications because I realized there was some kind of reason why it wasn't performing well, especially since Anax is now popular, and no offense, but we got all these life gain decks that have been going through the ranks and been going over the top. And so what I decided to do was inspire what was previously accepted as one of the top metagame decks. So let me explain my thought process here. This is a Doom Foretold deck, and we are basically trying to make sure that our opponents can't do anything. And how we make sure they can't do anything? Well, we run things like Shatter the Sky and Kaya's Wrath. This is very important for like those life gain decks that run the Alshed's Life's Bounty and the I can't remember. The Pridemates. So it's very good for those kinds of decks to shut them down. But it's also important for the decks that are running this mono red BS. Because I was realizing a lot of time through the ladder I usually play a cool deck. And most of the time I cannot compete with them. But by the time I have both of these, I basically make sure that one of them is in my hand with enough mana to play for it. If it's not, then we go hunting if we need something to hunt it down. And that's why we are running 2 Narsets, 4 Fairies, 4 Golden Eggs, 4 Gilded Globes, and 3 Thought Erasures. There's a reason why we have this much digging, because if we do not have this much digging, we lose automatically. Not to mention, I've actually caught a few red players trying to sneak an Annex on turn 3, and just the Thought Erasure just poof, gone. And you can even be mean about it and play Teferi plus it, and then go to their turn and then play Thought Erasure and just remove the threat from their hand. We also have, for the more aggressive decks, we got Oath of Kaya. This helps for, Oath of Kaya and Retributive Wand. This is because a lot of mono red decks right now are running a lot of 1-drops to basically hit in the face for as much damage as possible and probably win on turn 4. And how we keep them from having that, we play things like Retributive Wand, where we can tap 3, we can tap it, and then deal 1 damage. This is also good in combination with Doom Foretold, where we can tap 3 on our upkeep, kill one of their weaker 1/1s, so that way they can't sacrifice it by the time it's their turn. And then just to round everything off, we got 3 Doom Fortolds. This is to basically make sure that we do not run out of stuff to play. Basically, by the time we play Doom Foretold, we've won. Okay. So that's the whole deck. I am going to play this in standard rank this time. I just got to gold, so... And on the way to gold today, you know, realized that there's a lot of problems with not only just, you know, red decks and white decks. There were a lot of red decks and white decks when I was coming up the ladder. But even people trying to play, you know, smart control decks have failed against this, because they usually counter the worst stuff. I've only failed once today on this deck. So let me show you how it works. And let me go through the motions. If you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe and like the content. It shows me that you care about this information that I'm displaying, and I'm sorry that I haven't been doing any videos lately. So this opening hand is fine. We got our Shatter the Sky to basically make sure that if it's an aggro deck, we can basically sweep the board. And we got 2 Guild Globes to start digging through our deck. So I'm going to keep it. And our opponent's going down to 5. And I'm going to mute our opponent right now. Go to bed, freaking dog. Okay. Okay. So in this deck, you want to have more white sources than you do anything else. So playing the Godless Shrine is actually perfect. And then second, you get the black sources. Usually the blue sources you don't really want to worry about until like very late. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Golden Egg. Ooh, another Doom Foretold. We really need some more mana. Okay. We're going to go ahead and play this Oath of Kaya to go ahead and get rid of this champion. Keep in mind, we are playing control, so the more control that we can have, the better it's going to be. Alright. Well. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play this Oath of Kaya. I think this guy is just playing a bunch of basically alive enchantments. And if I can just slow him down, or even get him to play stuff like this to make him waste the stuff in his hand, it's better. See? So, if I can get one more mana, I could play Doom Foretold and just basically shut his deck down. Alright, we're going to go ahead and shut his deck down. I'm going to do a Shatter the Sky, so that way he doesn't sacrifice the individual enchantments, he just loses the whole creature. And he's put a lot of things on that one creature, so... Okay. Next we're going to play a Doom Foretold to make sure the Season's Growth does not go off. And the reason why we're playing these Golden Eggs and Oath of Kaios is to basically... They're easy targets to remove. We don't really care about them. Yeah, Contesting Champion. Alright, I'll go ahead and get rid of this egg. Alright. We are fine if the Contesting Champion lives right now. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Guild Globe. Cool. We're going to play this Retribution Wand. This basically gives us a chance, if he does not get an enchantment, we can sack the Retribution Wand in response. And basically force him. Okay, this would be the time to usually... We need another black mana for this Kaya's Wrath. Yep. That is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, this is actually very powerful. We can actually do this. We can play Teferi. We can bounce back this Setessan champion, basically making sure that he sacrifices the other one. And then we're gonna, with the Fabled Passage we just got, we're gonna go ahead and grab a black mana source. And we're gonna go ahead and play this Thought Erasure to remove that champion. And see what else he's got. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to play that. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this champion right now. And so now basically he's back to turn 1. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this Oath of Kaya. We don't really need it. We're going to go ahead and +1. And we're going to leave enough mana
this up as I go.
for this Oath of Kaya. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Bilbo. Draw into a Narset. That's actually really good. So the Narset can actually curve our draws. Alright. Cool. Okay. Now I'm going to play the Narset to help with curving the draws.
I've got it.
Let's go ahead and -2 Narset. I'm going to go grab this Thought Erasure. And then on his upkeep, so I'm going to put a stop here so that way we can do the upkeep. In turn. I'm going to let him draw. Then I'm going to Thought Erasure him. Resolve. Oh, by the way, if my voice sounds very staticky, you just can see. If my voice sounds a little bit staticky, I do not have the filter yet, because I didn't get a chance to get it yet, so just FYI. Sorry if this video sounds like it's going to be horrible. So let's go again. So our opponent conceded because basically we just controlled him out of the game, to the point where we basically had full control over what he was drawing, when he was drawing it, and what else. We are actually going to keep this hand because of the Shadow of the Sky, and not to mention 2 Thought Erasures. We can get rid of an early Annex or Embercleave or stuff like that. And all we need is a white source, and our Thought Erasures can get us to that. So, yeah, be a butthole. Wow. Bird's not needed. God damn it. Okay. So he's clearly playing something else then. Okay. For us, the best move is actually make him wait off. So I'm going to get rid of the Starfield Mystic. And we're going to need that. So we're going to need that Godless Shrine. Because we need one more white source. Alright. I want to go ahead and enter this tap because we have another Thought Erasure. And I am going to go ahead and get rid of this Elspeth's Conqueror's deck. And that's actually a really good draw. So basically, now I'm just hurting him. I'm literally just hurting him. We're going to go ahead and enter this tap. We're going to go ahead and look at his hand a third time. And we're going to go ahead. I think the Oath of Kaya is fine here. So I'm going to actually get out. I think the trigger is the dog. And I'm going to throw a Teferi in the bin. Because we need to get mana. Yeah, Basilica Bell Hunt is fine. At this point, I think the Teferi is fine to get rid of. We'll go ahead and get this one, so that way I can go ahead and start cycling out the library. Alright, cool. We got something to get rid of now, so yeah. So it looks like our opponent is getting mana screwed right now, which may actually play into our benefit. So I'm going to play this Doom Foretold, basically making sure that he can't do anything. Okay, gets rid of Basilica Bell Hunt, which is an interesting Fine, Tibbet. That's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Alright, turn. I'm gonna go ahead and play this wand. And I'm gonna put a stop at his step. For us, Elspeth Conquers Death actually hurts us a lot, but it doesn't really. All of our spells are non-creatures, but at this point, we don't really care. So I'm just going to go ahead and start hitting him. Yeah, so the best thing is to do is pass the turn, put a stop at the end. And if he gets Basilica Bellhaunt, we can easily just get rid of one of the... Yeah, okay. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Shatter the Sky. I think that's a smarter idea. Yeah. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh well. I get 2 activations. Oh, because of these altars. He tapped both of them. That makes more sense. Okay. So he's probably going to shoot me in the face here, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and activate this wand to shoot him in the face. Because it doesn't really matter for me. Yeah, go ahead and do whatever you want. If Devotion's 5 or greater, I think we'll be fine. My turn. Okay, cool. Got 2 back-to-back board wipes. This will put Heliod into extinction right now. Vanishing Light. I don't know what he's going to try to vanish. Probably the wand. Yeah. We're going to lose this one, definitely. Like, there's not... Unless we can get Teferi and bounce Heliod back to his hand, like, there's no way we're going to get there. This is my first time in gold ranks either way, so... So I am fine with taking a crap ton of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this egg. Yeah, we kind of failed. Okay, it's fine. Okay, buddy. We failed, because no offense, we can't get this off. Alright, round 3. Alright. Pamason. Omanson. Pamason. This is a fine hand to keep. I would keep this hand. Let's go ahead and mute our opponent. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play this black mana. Alright, and play this. Go ahead and draw. Perfect. Now we can see exactly what he's holding. Which I think this is the Azorius control deck. Yep. Alright. I just want to bait out a counter with this. Okay, cool. Yeah, exactly. Planar Cleansing is actually fine for us. It actually helps us a lot. So what I'm going to get rid of is Teferi. I think that would be a smarter move. Sure, I'll keep that up top. We can probably get away with it. And plus, this Brazen Borrowers will have nothing to bounce back right now. Unless they want to bounce back a Guild Globe. So. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this again. So he'll probably play this, one of these Brazen Borrowers. Otherwise, I'm just going to get rid of them now. This land can actually go into the graveyard. We don't really need that much. Yeah, go ahead. So you can see already that our control player has to now try to deal with not only just trying to get around me, but now he's playing frickin' Brazen Borrower as quickly as possible to get around me. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and play this blue for gold. That way, basically now he's getting set back even further. And that's the main concept of this deck. Set him back further and further and further and further to the point where they can't do anything. Alright, so if he counters this, that's fine. We wouldn't mind. That's actually fine, baiting out a counter. Good thing it wasn't our Teferi, because now we can have this set down. And it'll probably get rid of his time wipe, realizing that we're not really yet. And we got another setback. See, most people don't know. This wand, when it gets destroyed, deals 5 damage, and so they try to blow up the wand without even thinking about it. It's a really good wand in doing for gold deck, and I'm surprised not a lot of people are running it. So, watch this little hack. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and play Narset out, because he's already tapped out. Go ahead and try to look perfect for that, and we're gonna go ahead and play it. Yeah, pass turn. So that way now he has to wait another turn to try to do anything. And no offense, but his card drawing he really wants to do, so yeah, he's going to try to blow up the board. If you want to put Zoan's veto on top, I understand. Like, right now, this guy is actually planar cleansing. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and let that happen. Go ahead and put this on the battlefield. Go ahead and shoot him in the face. And then go ahead and bounce this back into my hand.
This might be a bad idea.
Perfect. Dance and Manse is actually really crucial for us. I don't know if he's going to play this planar cleansing early. Probably is. Cool. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to chop this in. We're going to go ahead and do Ozakaya, which makes it irrelevant when we shocked it in. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and +1. That way if he
more like it.
wants to planar cleansing, he can. Yep. Kind of had a feeling. That's why I held back my Dance and Manse. Yeah? Go ahead. Perfect. Teferi will help. Okay, well, apparently he has nothing, so I'm going to go ahead and -3.
Don't worry,
I got perfect. We're going to go ahead and play this Ozakaya. Go ahead and shock him in the face. And pass turn. He's down to 2 damage, so by the time we play Dance and Manse, he's dead. He's gonna be dead. So, I want him to play the planar cleansing, because next turn... Oh, that's fine. You are actually... Okay. 1, 2, 4, 5... He's actually already dead by this point, because now I just have Ozakaya. Shoot him in the face. And we got our 3 Dance of the Manses back to back to back. That's actually really funny. But yeah, people tend to forget about this deck and then they sleep over it. And this shows that, you know, this the Dance of the Manse deck is actually doing very well this whole round, if you will, this whole season of Theros Beyond Death. And so, like, comment if you want to. I will have another photo. We will have another video next week, so stay in tune for that, and I'll make sure that happens. Anyway, bye!